What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video where we will have a major update on the Liverpool takeover process, because the Boston Globe published an article yesterday saying that FSG are leaning towards a partial sale of Liverpool FC rather than a full takeover, but nothing is certain yet. It's not certain, so don't panic guys. But I want FSG out. I want them to be gone as owners of Liverpool, and they are seeking investment. That's pretty clear. They either want to sell Liverpool fully, or they are interested in a partial equity sale, which means that a percentage of Liverpool FC is sold to investors, and then maybe in the future that investor becomes the full owner of Liverpool FC down the line. That's what maybe they are leaning towards. But also they wanted to see what kind of interested parties are out there, and I'm fed up with FSG just lowballing everyone in the transfer market for a long time. Our net spend has been like 15-20 million pounds per season, which is frankly nowhere near enough to keep competing with the likes of Man City and Newcastle in the Premier League. Newcastle have spent an incredible amount of money after not spending for a long time, so we have to take that into account as well. But Newcastle United will keep spending until they become Premier League champions, and I want FSG out. I'm fed up with their transfer strategy. It certainly hasn't worked. And the fact that after Redbird Capital investment firm put $750 million into FSG, they bought a percentage of FSG. Then Liverpool didn't see any of that money, because we didn't sign a world-class midfielder in the summer. Liverpool have suffered the consequences greatly, and there will be no cuts in this video, by the way, because I don't have time to edit this video. I will just upload the raw file, so sorry if I stumble on my words sometimes. Normally I cut those parts out. English is not my first language, but for this one video I hope you guys will understand. So the Daily Mail is reporting after the Boston Globe that FSG are considering a partial sale of Liverpool, maybe rather than a full takeover. Of course, new investors would be able to raise funds for new signings to help Jurgen Klopp's side keep pace with their rivals in the Premier League. But that's the thing, I don't trust FSG to give Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp that money to spend, because we already heard that there will be hundreds of millions of pounds to spend after Redbird Capital bought a percentage of FSG, and they put exactly $750 million into the FSG conglomerate. And did Liverpool see that money? Did Liverpool get some of that money to spend on transfers? No. The owners slowed down the spending, anticipating maybe a full sale of Liverpool Football Club, and that's why I'm fed up with them, and that's why I want them out. I want an owner who not only cares about Liverpool as a business, who not only cares about Liverpool as a business to have great resale value, but who cares about Liverpool as a community, as a worldwide fan base, and also as a football club that is there to win titles and trophies. That's the main purpose of Liverpool, to win titles and trophies, playing wonderful attacking football, and also to keep the tradition of Liverpool FC long after these owners are gone. And there is a debate going on among the Liverpool fan base. What kind of owners do we want to see coming in next? And as I said many times, I don't want a state-owned Liverpool FC in the future, but I also don't want just businessmen like FSG are. Make no mistake, they are businessmen, wealthy, private businessmen who just want to maximize the value of their asset. And some people say, yes, they didn't put their own money into Liverpool, but they are not taking out money from Liverpool either. Well, to counter-argue against those people, I think selling Liverpool for like $3.5 billion and walking away with a 10 times profit on their original investment What is that if not taking money out of Liverpool? Because that money doesn't get reinvested into Liverpool. They just walk away, rubbing their hands together, laughing all the way to the bank, instead of, you know, strengthening the team, strengthening the squad, giving Jurgen Klopp all the tools at his disposal to be able to win more titles and trophies. And I'm convinced that if we had more ambitious owners, Liverpool would have been able to win multiple Premier League titles and multiple Champions League trophies. The margins were so tiny. Imagine if we had owners who actually spent even more money in the transfer market. Yes, Liverpool spent greatly, but we also sold a lot of brilliant players for a lot of money. So we are a self-sustainable football club, I understand that. But after winning the Champions League title, winning the final against Tottenham, we didn't spend any money in that summer transfer window. After winning the Premier League title, we didn't really spend a lot of money in the transfer window either. And that's when you need to strengthen. That's when you need to get even further ahead of the competition. And I'm really disappointed that Jurgen Klopp didn't get more backed into the transfer market. The Boston Globe said that any investor would need to be philosophically aligned with FSG's fiscal plans and team building philosophies. I mean, what on earth is that? What is the team building philosophies of FSG? Is it just to sell all our best players sooner or later, or move them on and reinvest the money into the playing squad? Because it's certainly not like buying big players and strengthening the team even when the team is already great. But especially Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp need a world-class midfielder in the January transfer window, and we need another 2 midfielders in the summer. And that's why I want FSG out. If they stay as our owners until the summer and maybe beyond, I just don't see them buying 3 great midfielders, and that's the minimum that Liverpool need, because we will have Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain and James Milner leaving at the end of the season. And at the moment, you know, there are loads of clubs interested in Jude Bellingham, but don't tell me there are no other great midfielders. Enzo Fernandez would be a brilliant signing. Mohamed Kudus would be a brilliant signing. I made multiple videos on these people, on these brilliant players. And at the moment, Liverpool are not in talks with anyone for a January transfer, and we need a midfielder to walk through the door at Liverpool on January the 1st. And it happened before. When Liverpool had an injury crisis and all 3 of our centre-backs were out injured, we waited until January the 31st, the last day of January, to bring in 2 loan signings. And frankly, those 2 weren't good enough. Ben Davies is now playing in the Championship, and Ozan Kabak is playing at Hoffenheim at the moment, a mid-table Bundesliga side. But we didn't sign him after he had a pretty decent season, but he was just not Liverpool quality. We needed to sign a world-class centre-back at that time. Yes, we waited for Konate, that's fine, we signed Konate in that summer, but that was half a season late. And if it wasn't for Alisson's brilliant header, which was the winner against West Brom in the 95th minute, and if it wasn't for Jurgen Klopp's brilliant coaching, Liverpool wouldn't have been in the Champions League last season. And yes, we made it to the Champions League final, but where is all the money that Liverpool are collecting in the past 3 or 4 or 5 seasons? Why isn't that reinvested into the playing squad? That's what absolutely grinds my gears and blows my mind. The Boston Globe was present at a Boston Red Sox press event on Wednesday, where of course John W. Henry and other key FSG partners were in attendance. And the report also states that FSG remain fully open to a full takeover, but they have not yet received compelling interest. Well-placed US sources said that FSG's move to put the club up for sale was purely to explore the options, to explore who is interested, and they were testing the waters. And current owners of Liverpool were keen to see the value of the club as an asset in the current marketplace after Chelsea was sold for £2.5 billion. And at the moment, it looks like FSG didn't get offers that would seriously tempt them to sell and interest them to sell Liverpool. So I'm really, really disappointed in that, because I honestly want them gone. I don't think they are owners who are capable to keep Liverpool at the top of the Premier League and at the top of European football, because they don't have the money and they don't have the ambition to keep Liverpool staying competitive. They realize that Liverpool need a £300 million investment into their playing squad, and they are frankly not willing to sanction that kind of spending, of course, without selling some major players and weakening Liverpool even further. But if you are not willing to do that, then just sell the club as soon as possible. Sell to somebody who has the ambition to make Liverpool an absolutely fabulous team, competing for trophies and titles each season. Otherwise, what's the point of owning Liverpool? It's like owning a great business who generates revenue, and yes, it looks great in your portfolio that you own Liverpool, but the fans will suffer if Liverpool will go back to just competing for the top four and maybe getting to a cup final every 3, 4, 5 years. That's not what we want. We want Liverpool to be in the title race almost every season. And yes, Liverpool don't have a divine right to do that, but I think Liverpool have the revenue and Liverpool have the team behind Jurgen Klopp. The managers, the scouts, the transfer committee, or whatever you want to call him, the transfer network,